Okay.
And now it's time to craft for the Lonely Firefly. So first of all, parents, you will have a link for all of the printouts to go with this. And some of them are going to be great for doing the crafts. Some of them are just extra things that you can print out and have fun with. So this one, we'll get that a little bit bigger, but it's great for fine motor, for tracing and coloring. You could cut it out and paste it somewhere. This one again for coloring, cutting, whatever you decide to do with it. So those are some extras. And we'll be having extra things. Since we're doing everything virtually, we'll have extra things online for you so you can read, reread, re-listen, and then you can have extra things for the kids to do. I know it's a hard time, and so you need extra activities, especially as, well, I mean, right now the weather's so hot. Who's outside doing things? Too hot. The other thing for the actual projects, we'll have a completed picture and a list of materials that you're going to need. And what I'm also going to do as we work through the different crafts, I'm going to have different ideas for you, because trust me when I say to you, I did not go out and buy things. I bought one thing to do all of these things. Everything else I either had on hand or I figured it out. I'm not trying to have you go out and buy Walmart or AC Moore. Oh, there's no AC Moore anymore. Michael's, whatever. So we'll make it do. We'll just make do. All right, so my first project is the easiest of the projects, and that is making yourself a jar of fireflies. So you'll get this, you'll print it out, it'll look just like this, and then using one or more fingers, I'll be honest with you, I used one finger. I used a ink pad, a stamp pad that I had on hand. I do crafting, so I had this. I also got out my tempera paint. You could do finger painting. If you don't have an ink pad, you could use a yellow marker and mark that up and then fingerprint. So it's just fingerprints. And I had imagined that I was going to use one finger for smaller fireflies and my thumb for some of the bigger, but I'll be honest, I ended up using one finger because, well, that's just how it worked out. And FYI, even if you use the pad or marker, when you're done, you're still wet, so don't wipe that on your clothes. Go and wash your hands. I may have made that mistake last night. So that's the easiest of the little fun projects that we have today. I hope you enjoy it. I did. And honestly, I think that I'm going to hang mine on my refrigerator with maybe a little message for someone and you know, make their day. My second project is, I think, my most favorite project, and that is making a firefly sun catcher. Easy, easy, easy. You definitely have to help the kids with this one. So online, again, you'll get the sheet with the direction, well, with the materials that you need. There's a second sheet with the pattern that you're going to want to cut out. You're going to want to cut this out, and then you're going to need to do some tracing. Yesterday, I put my thinking cap on, and I opted to do my tracing on black paper with a white crayon. Made it way easier. Back in the day, I always traced with pencil, but on dark, like black, blue, purple, brown, it's way easier to use something white. So use a crayon or a white colored pencil to do your tracing. And then I'm going to say this, adult scissors are metal and they cut really well. If you're having the kids do the cutting, that's great. I encourage that. And if the kids are, you know, four years old or more, have them do the tracing too. But my point is, give them a good pair of scissors. You wouldn't go to cut with a plastic set of scissors. Buy the kids a set of Fiskars. They're $1.50 to $2.50 at the store. Buy them, keep them clean. They will last for a long time, I promise you. And the kids will do well with their cutting, and you won't have to fight with them. There's nothing worse than kids trying to do a project and they have those plastic scissors and the paper is like this and stuck and they can't get them open. So help everybody out. So then you can just, after you trace them, cut them out. The ones that are gonna print out black, you're gonna wanna trace those onto black paper. The body, you're gonna actually want to trace onto either clear contact paper, or I didn't have clear contact paper, so I made my own clear contact paper. I had thick packing tape, but if you have thin packing tape, just put a couple swipes together. I took it, I wadded the end so that I can grab it. I put it on wax paper so that it'll come off. I traced it on there, and then notice that I put the tip part at the end that I'm gonna pull off the wax paper, because when you cut this out, you're gonna want that part to stay on the handle. Otherwise, it's harder to get this off of the wax paper, right? So here's a quick cut. And then you're gonna take the wax paper off so that you have the sticky part. And I pre-cut my yellow tissue paper. I just cut my tissue paper into strips and cut it into whatever size. They're not the same size. It's a fun activity. And then you take your yellow and stick it on there. All over. I would do one at a time, but I'm trying to hurry. Then I'm gonna take my pieces that I've traced with double-sided, because right, these are copied in one color. I'm gonna put the head on at the top. I'm gonna put the wings on. I want the part that's really kind of bubbled, I want that out. There we go. I have a second piece. Oh, I didn't trace it, so I'm gonna trace that on there really quick. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not Martha Stewart. Things in my world are not perfect. They're just as good as they can be. And cut that out. I'm gonna pull that piece of tape off, gently, off of the wax paper. And then I'm gonna sit this right on top. And then, voila, I'm almost finished. Now I'm just gonna take that and kind of finish cutting that where I had my handle to get it off of the wax paper. And voila, I have my little lightning bug. And it's all stuck together because I have that second piece. So very nice. It's a fun little project. Do it over and over and over. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, so we have that one. We have one more project to do. Let me just clean my stuff up. And for my people at home, please, please pick a space to always craft in, because that way you have a safe space. Sometimes our crafting, especially if we're using paint or these stamp pads, I like to craft in my living room and I have a white carpet. Stamp pads fall, and then you have a nice little rectangle or square of a bright color on your cream color floor, whatever, no. So pick a place. The kitchen's a great place to do crafting. So our last project is a little bit more involved, but it's still way fun. So online, you'll find the page that has the picture directions. It'll also have the list of supplies that you're going to need and a template because you're going to need the wings for the firefly. So you're going to print this out, cut it out. It's going to end up looking like this. You're going to go ahead and trace that onto black paper again, or brown maybe, with your white crayon, and cut that out. Then you're going to need a bottle. Now, I know fireflies light up yellow, but I don't know where to get a yellow bottle, plastic bottle. So I just use a soda bottle, and I cut a piece of yellow paper that would fit around the body of that bottle, which happens to just be a piece of construction paper width of it. Okay, so I have my piece for the body, I have my wings for my body. The next thing I need are 4 pipe cleaners. So these are just the regular pipe cleaner size. I keep 3, the full amount, and then I took one and cut it in half. So I've already started. I have 2 of my little legs on. I'm going to take my 3rd one and put toward the front. And it's kind of nice, this little bottle has little indentations, ridges on it, so it helped me have a natural place. So I wound it around and just twisted it. If I wanted to get fancy, I can bend little feet in there. Fun, fun, fun. Now, my little bug, my little insect has his 6 feet. Yep, that's what he says to have. And then I'm going to take my half and I'm going to put it on that little ridge, but I want it to go on top. And I'm going to twist it around, and I'm going to twist it down because those are his antennae. And then I'm going to take my marker because I didn't think about bringing little eyeballs. You could, if you have googly eyes, put little googly eyes on there. And I always make them a little mouth, like a funny little bee. Okay, but we're not finished. So there's that. I'm going to take my yellow piece and put just a little bit of glue. Now, notice I have my glue stick. I'm not putting my glue on my bottle. I'm putting my glue on my piece of paper. Always put your glue on what you're going to glue down. And then I'm going to run this around so that the edge is down there by the feet. He's looking a little bit more like a firefly. I think he is. And then I'm going to take, okay, so if it doesn't stick, hold it and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it still doesn't want to, so 10 more. Maybe a little bit more glue. I might have wanted Elmer's glue instead of a glue stick today. I'm going to start again. I'm going to count backwards this time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do you think I should let go? Should I? I'm going to try it. We'll see. Nope. All right, so this time I'm going to put a little more glue on there. And you know, if it doesn't stick this time, we're just going to keep going. I do have tape. I can paste tape. It doesn't work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, voila, a little more glue. I subscribe to a little glue will do ya, but sometimes I need a little bit more. Okay, so on my wings, I'm gonna fold and fold. just a little bit of black there on that part, and my wings go up, so when I glue him on, the wings are there. I think they go that way. So let's put the triangle toward the back end. I'm going to put my paper down. I'm putting it on top of another piece of paper so I don't get glue on this nice table here at the mansion. Because notice I'm not crafting on a plastic table today. Okay, so I'm going to put my glue on. Again, I'm putting the glue on the piece I'm going to glue. I'm going to put the arrow facing backwards. I'm going to hold it down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voila. The last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my glow stick, crack it, crack it, crack it. I don't always have the best of luck with glow sticks. Anyway, I'm going to put my glow stick, hopefully yours will work, mine is not seeming to work, inside my bottle. I'm going to take my lid off. By the way, I did clean my bottle after my husband drank the soda that was in it. Put my glow stick in. I'm going to put the face back on. And my lightning bug, or my firefly, should light up. And look at it. How fun is that? Fun, fun, fun craft. And pretty easy and inexpensive. All right, my friends, all of these items are online for you to print out, and I hope you have a great time. Reread your copy of The Very Lonely Firefly, and check out Eric Carle's other insect books. It's a fun series. I'll talk to you later. Take care.